Hey, what's up? I'm X, and welcome back to the 4 Idiots series, the series where I show you how to do content in RuneScape as fast as possible. Please like, comment, and sub so that this video gets recommended when people search for Barbarian Assault Guide. Without further ado, let's get into a Barbarian Assault Guide. First of all, I want to say that this game is not as complicated as you've heard that it is. I'm going to make it really simple and tell you exactly what to do for your roles. This comes from a mixture of experience as well as running with a lot of professional BA players back in the day. We're going to take this role by role, so just jump ahead to whatever role your friend has stuck you on and sent you this video, but before that, I'm going to give you a little overview of the entire place. Barbarian Assault is an insane minigame by an insane moderator. Seriously, look up the rest of the content he's made, it's all insane. Located southwest of Relica and northeast of the Tree Gnome Stronghold. Most players will use a games necklace to get here, and I'd encourage you to do the same. When you get here, first talk to the commander there and tell him that you already know how to play. You don't need anything aside from 4 other unlucky players to come with you. For gear, you can't really go wrong with ranged void and a magic shortbow. A Ring of Suffering is also really great for all roles to do some recoil damage, but it's not necessary. Otherwise, just bring some tanky ranged gear, and you do not need arrows either. Head down the ladder and all the way to the corner to the room marked 1. One player will head to the scroll table and start assigning everyone on the team roles. There's 4 roles and 1 will be doubled up. The roles are Collector, Defender, and the 2 that normally get doubled up on are Healer and Attacker. As you complete a certain role, you will get points in that role. Assuming that you're here for the Fighter Torso, you'll need 375 points on each and 1 Queen kill, which means doing all 10 waves. The game works like this. A bunch of monsters will be coming from the north and you have to prevent them from getting into the home base. They never actually do that, but that's the plot on paper. Each role has a different monster assigned to them to kill. The map has 2 buzzsaws on each side for the defender, 2 cannon hill mounts for players to shoot eggs at the monsters if they want. There are also role-specific vending machines at the south side of the room for players' materials to fight with. The last and most important thing is this graphic up here. I'd encourage you all to install the BA minigame and BA call highlight plugins for a little quality of life highlighting things throughout the minigame. Everyone will have these symbols up here. Using your little horn in your inventory, you need to call out to another player what food or combat style they need to be using as they rotate every 30 seconds. Another player will be doing the same thing for you. You need to be looking for the ear as a call out and you to be calling out the mouth for your teammates. You also have the wave number and role you're calling out, but who really cares? You also have a timer and that will come into play later. As you run in, the attackers and collectors will head to the left side of the cannon, and the healer and defenders will be running to the east side of the cannons. Don't run down the middle as it attracts monsters and makes everything very messy. Let's get into the specific roles now. Attacker. If you're the attacker, be sure that you have a weapon or weapons with every attack style. You'll need accurate, controlled, aggressive, and defensive attack styles. Something like a dragon scimitar works great here as it has all 4. Alternatively, you can use earth, wind, fire, and water spells, or the special arrows provided by the vending machine, which is what most people use on their MSB, so we'll just stick with that. Grab your arrows and head to the left of the cannon. Look for the called out attack style and start shooting these guys. Try to stop them from running away from you if possible, and try not to pass over this line if you can help it. Keep shooting them and watch for calls, that's it. Healer. From the vending machine, you're going to get an empty vial that can be filled with a pool nearby, or drink from if you need HP. Use this filled vial on players to heal them. You'll also have a HUD of all the players' healths at once. They can right-click their horn and call for a medic if they need you. It will prompt a little flashing light on the screen. If a player is dying, please make sure to stand on top of the cannon hill for safety. From the vending machine, you will also be getting poisoned food. You will be using the highlighted poisoned food on the healers, and when you do, it will tick them a 4 poison splat. You want to make sure that all of the healers are ticking 4s or 3s if possible. You can also spam feed them if you'd like. Collector. Pick up the eggs, put them in the cannon if you want. Players can use that cannon to help players along who may be struggling. It doesn't lower your points, but only use the red and green eggs for damage. Defender. My least favorite turned favorite role. As you spawn in, hit the defender vending machine. That was fun to say. Hit the defender vending machine and head to my highlighted and labeled tiles here. Drop 1 bad food here, meaning the wrong called food, 4 of the correctly called food here, 1 bad food here, and then another 4 good here. Also in later waves, you'll want to grab the logs and hammer nearby. Run back to the first 4 good food that you left and then stand there. The runners will all be stuck on you trying to get the food underneath you. This is a good time to drop a lot more correct food while you wait. In the early waves, you will not have to worry much about this as there will only be a couple, but in the later waves, there will be many and they will break your trap by killing them. The trap only has 2 uses or 2 runners, so we're going to try to stack them all at once to get the most bang for your buck. Stay stood here, and when they've stopped coming out of the cave, step off of the tile when there is a multiple of 6 showing on the timer. So 6, 12, 18, 24, and 30. Doing so will kill all of the runners in the pile, do not ask me why. If you're on a later wave, you will need to repair the trap and then repeat this cycle. That is all that you have to do for waves 1 through 9, and I'd advise that you have 2 attackers in the beginning and then swap to 2 healers later, but this is going to depend on your group. Now let's tackle the queen. The room is going to be about the same, but in a different format. I've linked to the defender tiles again, so use those, but carry on like normal. Once everything has died, the penance queen will spawn in and start attacking you and spawning yellow eggs. You need to work as a team to pick up these eggs, make them into deadly weapons, and then kill her with them. You're going to be doing this in order of Chad C. Collector gets the yellow egg and gives it to the healer who dunks it in poison. The healer gives it to the attacker who attaches spikes from the mushrooms onto it. Then gives to the defender who dunks the whole thing in lava and then gives back to the collector who will load the cannon. You are going to be pelted by ranged attacks during this part, so make sure that the healer has quick access to you if you're not being utilized. There are many stalls and other techniques to use less eggs, but I'm just going to teach you the simplest one that I know. All of the team, except for the collector, will stand on the cannon and start spam clicking the empty Omega egg button. Collector, stand 1 tile apart from the cannon and manually load 1 cannon in while they click. If you do this properly, it should only need 1 to 3 eggs, but you may need more if your teammates are idiots. Once you complete, you'll get a whole lot of points in that role that you were, and 5 in all the others. Head up to the top and get your sweet rewards. Wasn't so bad, right? Like, comment, sub. See ya.